Good afternoon. My name is Officer Mayo, and I am a correctional officer with the New York City Department of Corrections. On June 9, 2021, I was brutally assaulted by an inmate on Rikers Island. This day started off as any other day. After working 16 hours the day before, I woke up, said a prayer, got dressed, and began my commute to Rikers Island. Upon arrival, I immediately took my post, which was located in AMKC. Hours later, at approximately 10:15 a.m. or so, an inmate walked past me and began to argue with my partner in a very aggressive manner. He then went to the housing area hot pot and filled an institutional green cup full of hot water and threw it at the door toward my partner. I gave him clear and direct instructions to stop, to calm down, and have a seat on his bed, to which he did not comply. I then attempted to utilize IPC skills to talk to him and ask him what the issue was, but he didn't want to hear any of that. His anger immediately turned toward me. I activated my body camera and told my partner to contact my area supervisor because it was clear that he was not responding to me in any sort of manner that was positive. He had his fists clenched and continued to make threats while demanding me to sit down, to which I refused. When I refused to sit down as he had ordered me to, he seemed to become even more irate and began walking towards me. As I stood there, 5'5", 125 pounds, faced with approximately 6'3", 230-pound inmate, I immediately began to fear for my life as my chest began to pound so tight. I tried everything in my power to remain calm, but I couldn't help but to wonder if I would make it home this night. I'm somebody's daughter. I'm somebody's mother. So I began to think of all sort of ways that I could survive. I created a safe distance between myself and an inmate. I put my back against the wall and tried to remember every directive I ever read, every tactical training I ever took. I began to allow my eyes to wander around the housing area and search for ways to escape his rage, but there was no escaping his rage. He continued to approach me in an aggressive manner, saying that he was going to kill me until eventually he did strike. Eventually, his fist hit my face so hard that I thought every bone in my face was crushed. The blood trickled down my face. I was on the floor with this inmate straddled over me, begging and pleading for someone to help me. So as we sit here and we think about what should be the consequences these inmates or individuals that are incarcerated face, we need to think about the correction officers that don the uniform every day. We are not what the media portrays. We are not people who are there to assault people. We are not looking to harm anyone. We come to provide for our families, and that's all we want to do. We want to come to work and go home safely. So I'm asking, when you make your decision, think about me. I am somebody's child. I have a child, and when I went home with my face crushed, with stitches in my face, 2 swollen eye sockets, my child could not look at my face. So that is what I want you to think about. We are not here to hurt officers. We do our job, and even in spite of the situations we face daily, we still show up. We still show up. So please consider me, consider my partners. We matter. It's not okay to assault us. We didn't come here for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Antigua. I've been a correction officer for 10 years in New York City. December 31st, 2020 is a day I will never forget. Not because it was New Year's Eve, but because it was a day when I thought I was going to be killed at work. On this dreadful day, I was brutally assaulted by the inmate only because I was performing my job duties as a correction officer and did not open a janitor closet when asked to do so. This inmate, without warning, provocation, of course, intentionally and aggressively punched me multiple times in the face with a closed fist punch. That day, I sustained multiple physical and psychological injuries that resulted in me being out of work for 6 months. No actions, no charges were lodged against the violent recidivist offender who, without remorse, scarred me for life. Today, I'm asking for justice against my perpetrator. I'm asking for consecutive sentences. I'm asking to fix the poor and defective policy within our agency. I'm asking for accountability of violent acts committed while confined to DOC custody. It's not okay to assault a correction officer. Correction officers are not expandable. We are human beings too. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Officer Tynes. November 6, 2022. Is this 2020? 2021, I'm sorry. I was sexually assaulted by multiple inmates. I was conducting my tour, and as I'm walking back out of the housing area, one of the inmates, he came behind me and started grabbing on my head. Another inmate also started doing that, and they started slapping me on my buttocks and then groping my breast. If it wasn't for my partner who pulled me out of the housing area, I felt like I could have been raped. Since then, they have been rearrested, but nothing has come about. Every day, I take medication just to go to work. And I'm asking y'all, something has to be done. They're still in jail, and nothing has happened to them. So I'm just asking y'all to consider us as officers, captains, whomever, the civilians who walk the jail, to understand what we go through every day.